Hi Shepherd's Pie, greetings from the Philippines. Welcome back to the channel. I'm in Siquijor, taking a stroll down the wonderful Palawan beach at sunset. Thought I'd have a little bit of a more interesting background for you to look at than me sat down having like a coffee and a chat, you know, like I sometimes do. Gorgeous, gorgeous beach. Lovely time to come down here. Actually, I've not come down at this time before. I usually come down here a bit earlier and it's a bit hot and you can't really wander around like this, but this is perfect. Meeting a couple of girls here soon. Come over from Dumaguete for my birthday party, so I'll just make a cheeky little video while we're working, while I'm waiting for them. Controversial one this, I haven't been sure about making this video, but I'm going to do it anyway. Ladyboys, are you gay if you have, I don't know how to say this, intercourse, a sexual experience? Depends on your definition of sex. Anyway, are you gay if you, let's say, shag a ladyboy? That's a simple way of putting it. Now, this may seem a very strange topic to discuss, but I'll tell you why I'm making a video. When I came back to Siquijor from Dumaguete the other week, it was full of ladyboys for the first week. I think a lot of them had come from other islands because they weren't locals. There's a party we have, a beach party called JJ's on a Friday night, and usually there's a couple of thousand people there, and there might be 30 or 40 ladyboys, and they're all locals. Everyone knows them and everyone gets on. There's absolutely no problem with that. But when I came back this last time, I'm not joking, there were hundreds, never seen anything like it. As I said in my previous videos, I don't have a problem with ladyboys at all. I mean, I think they're great. Lots of ladyboy friends in Thailand, and you know, it's like it's accepted in the culture. But what was different here was they were all like dirty dancing and that with local Filipino guys. And their girlfriends were there, like the guys' girlfriends. I mean, these were straight guys and they were all having a laugh. And everyone thought it was hilarious. There was no stigma attached to it. Now that wouldn't happen in Thailand. And that's what got me thinking, because in Thailand, they would, it's acceptable there. No one gets upset about it. But straight guys, Thai guys, would not dance like that with Filipino women. And their girlfriends, with ladyboys. And their girlfriends would not, you know, find it hilarious to the same extent that these women were. So anyway, I didn't give it that much thought. But the next day, I went down the old rum bar, and I didn't wear my glasses. And I got in the bar. There's a couple of girls I know. They're the owner, Giselle, and another one, Richie, who's a girlfriend of one of the bar sides. They're a good friend of mine, Migo. And she says to me, "What do you think of those beautiful girls? Have you come for the beautiful girls?" And she points over to this little dance area they got in the rum bar. I didn't have my glasses on, so I said, "Yeah, they look good." And everyone's like giggling and that, and they're saying, "Are they your kind of woman, Simon?" And I'm like, "I don't understand why you're asking me this. I didn't realise they were ladyboys." And there was 4 of them there, and none of the girls knew them, so that's why I think they come from Dumaguete. But they're dancing away, having a great time, you know, power to them. But then in about 10 minutes, about 10 or 15 of them, like dancing away, and really getting quite raucous, which was pissing Hazel off a bit, but it's good for business. But then, gradually, groups of Western guys turned up, young lads, you know, backpacking kind of people, and they just come in for a drink. But within about 10 minutes, I don't know how pissed they were, they're up there dancing away on the old dance floor, and they're dirty dancing and they're getting off with these ladyboys, and there's like tongues going down the throats and all this kind of thing. And the Filipino girls in the bar thought it was hilarious. They're getting their cameras out and that, and I'm watching and I'm thinking, I've never seen this before, because pound to a penny, I think those guys were straight. They certainly looked it. So I'm thinking, do they know what they're doing, or do they just not care? And I really couldn't care less, you know, what they do. I mean, I'm not making any moral judgments on this. And I don't know how the night ended for them, because I left about 20 minutes after that. I was meeting someone else in another bar over here. So I don't know how it ended. I don't know if they all said their goodbyes, you know, peck on the cheek or whatever, smack on the bum, or whether they ended up, you know, taking it a step further. But But it played on my mind the next day. So I'm saying, I don't know why I'm giving it so much thought, but it played on my mind because I'm thinking, that's unusual. I've never seen that in all my travels. I've never seen that. I'm losing my train of thought here because I'm worried my people are going to turn up soon. I'm going to have to end the video. But what I'm getting at is, my definition of being gay is you find men attractive. My definition of being a lesbian is you find women attractive. But what is it if you find a man who looks like a woman attractive? Is that gay? Because at the end of the day, if they'd been like 10, 12 drunk Filipino guys, you know, dancing dirty like that on the old dance floor, I'm certain those Western guys, they were young, you know, early 20s, don't know what they were. Could have been anything, could have been British, could have been French, could have been, you know, Scandinavian. I didn't get close enough to find out. But I'm damn sure they wouldn't have been, you know, getting on with guys. So, I'm not sure what category you put that in. And the interesting thing is, I've been talking about it with a few expats and a few Filipino friends. And all the Filipino girls, Berna included, I mentioned Berna because you know her from the channel if you're a subscriber, she doesn't think they're gay. She doesn't think it's gay. She thinks it's, they find women attractive and the ladyboys look like women. Most of the old expats I've spoken to are split 50-50. And one of the interesting things a few of them have come out with was like, you know, it's okay if you, got to be quiet now because people are listening. If you get blowjob, apparently that's okay. If you do that, you get a pass. It's not a gay act. But if you go the whole hog, then that is gay. Now, me personally, I don't quite understand the logic of that. And this is probably the worst video I've ever made, fellas, I tell you, because I'm wandering around here, I'm looking at my watch thinking, when are they going to get here? I just find it interesting because I really don't know what camp I'm in on this one. You know, and I really don't care. I mean, when I say I don't care, I'll obviously care if I'm making a video, but I'm looking for, like, you know, interesting topics to discuss. What I'm saying is I don't mind if anyone's gay, lesbian, bisexual, whatever you want. But I think I've come to the camp that at the end of the day, those guys are heterosexual. It's interesting because when I was in Thailand, I lived in a little place called Jomtien for a while, which was close to Pattaya. And they've got lots of bar girls there, I mean, I'm sure you know about this. We're basically prostitutes who works in the bars. And you've also got a few ladyboy bar girls. So I was always of the opinion that when I saw sex pal, sex tourist or whatever, with a ladyboy, that they're gay. Because why choose a man that looks like a woman when you can have an actual woman? You know what I mean? But here, they definitely weren't sex tourists. There is no sex tourism in Siquijor. I think they were just having a good time and didn't give a fuck. And in all honesty, if that's the case, power to them. You know what I mean? Maybe if you have a long-term relationship with one, then you could argue that you are. But, yeah. I don't know. I hope you found this interesting. I mean, I'm just sharing my thoughts. I mean, that was the whole point of the channel when I set it up, you know. Try and find some interesting topics to talk about, introduce people to Asia, you know, Thailand and the Philippines, share my experiences. But I'll be very interested to know what people think in the comments. You know, as I say, I don't keep giving the old disclaimer here. I couldn't give a monkey's what sexuality people are. It's just, I've always been able to define people. You know, if someone says they're bisexual, I understand that. If someone says they're heterosexual, I understand that. Someone says that they are lesbian, I understand that. You know what I mean? I'm just confused what category I put these guys into. Because they knew. They can't all have been drunk enough not to notice. And once it had been pointed out to me, even with my poor eyesight, I could tell, you know, they weren't, should we say, classical women. But there we go. Beautiful Palaton Beach. I hope this subject doesn't lose me any subscribers. not something I intend to visit again, really. I mean, well, definitely. I've done 2 videos on Ladyboys now, and I've done one about them being here in Asia, and I've done another one about whether you're gay if you shag one of them. So if I touch the subject again, people will be starting to wonder why is he so obsessed with Ladyboys. Maybe I am. I don't think I am. It was just a case of, you know, got me thinking. And it's not a subject a lot of vlogs talk about, so I thought I'd try and come up with a bit of interesting content. Anyway, that's the video done. Hope you enjoyed it. I think I'm going to get a beer now. And that's the ending. How you doing, fellas? You having a good time? Good, good, good. Always having a good time. Speaking of Asia, the channel, so if you want to see yourselves, you'll be on there tomorrow.
Alright, let's read again. What's the channel?
Speaking of Asia.
Speaking of Asia.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of Asia. Right. Thanks. Yeah, so thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed the content, smash the like button. Be fantastic if you subscribed. And whatever you're doing, be safe, be lucky.